Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Vice Mayor Janet Miller, filling in for Mayor Longwell this morning. Thank you all so much for joining us today at the transit facility. We're very excited to be here, and I'm really happy and thrilled to have the opportunity to unveil something that citizens have been asking for a long time, and that's a revamped Q line trolley service. The Q line has some new routes, which you're going to hear about today, new times, better frequency, and as you can see behind me, a great new look. Starting this Saturday, May 13th, the Q line will begin serving more than just downtown. That's what's very exciting. Wichita Transit is expanding this free service, and it will connect downtown with Old Town, west to the Delano, and east to the Douglas Design District and to College Hill. So we'll have from all the way from College Hill through west to Delano, and that's a big change. That'll be a really neat opportunity for many people. In addition, the Q line is going to add 2 midday lunch routes to connect riders to all the fantastic places to eat in Old Town and Delano. You know, as Wichitans, that's one of our favorite pastimes is eating, at least 3 times a day. More if you include evening entertainment. So whether you're visiting Wichita or you call Wichita home, the Q is a quick and easy way to take advantage of everything these 3-4 urban districts provide. I've got a couple of visitors up here with me today that I'd like to have talk about details. Before I introduce Steve to tell you about the details, I would like to say thank you to those of you who in the private sector who have helped us. It is so sunny up here. I'm sorry, I can't hardly concentrate. I want to say thank you to the public sector participants in this project. You know, when you're designing trolley routes or bus routes or any new public service, the public sector can't do all that itself. It does not know everything that the public knows and the public wants. And so we, the transit system staff, have been very involved in speaking with public groups, people who live in these areas, work in these areas to help design these new routes. And we wouldn't have the routes today if we hadn't actually spoken with the public for their help. So I really appreciate that. Beyond that, there's a financial commitment as well. The city of Wichita would not be able to do this on its own. As you know, transit is a budget that's extraordinarily strapped. And so we said, talked to the private sector and said, this is something our citizens are asking for, and we would like to do it. However, we need to have some private sector investment to show that, in fact, it will work and that people will ride it and enjoy it and make it a part of their routine here in Wichita. So on behalf of the city of Wichita and Wichita Transit, I'd like to recognize a number of people, or institutions actually. Fidelity Bank, Visit Wichita, River Vista, which is the new apartment complex on the river, Boca Development, which has done a number of redevelopments in downtown Wichita, Emprise Bank, Intrust Bank, and High Touch Technologies, all located in downtown, and the Wichita Downtown Development Corporation for their support of this project. If it weren't for all of them working together with us, we would not have what we're here today to tell you about. So thank you so very much for those partnerships. I would like to now ask Jason Gregory, Executive VP of the Wichita Downtown Development Corporation, who's been an extraordinary partner. I don't know if when he grew up in Cheney, Kansas, if he thought someday he'd be designing trolley routes in downtown Wichita or not, but he has been doing exactly that, and I'd like for him to share a few words about his involvement and the motivation for the project.
Great. Thank you, Vice Mayor. What another great day to celebrate. Last week we were celebrating the shared bike service that's going in along Douglas, and today we're sharing another great initiative. Our cohesive efforts on projects like the Q line have have a significant impact on cultivating a vibrant environment, and really that's at the heart of what we're trying to do with downtown revitalization. Project Downtown continues to provide a vision for us. You know, we've seen focus on Douglas Avenue, particularly from an investment standpoint. We've seen over $280 million in investment just in the last few years alone along Douglas. But there's also been a heightened focus of connectivity, you know, really using Douglas Avenue, which is in many ways our postcard street for our community, as a connector and it connects major assets and amenities along that corridor. This initiative helps provide an important transportation option for employees, residents, and visitors to the downtown area. It helps connect entertainment, restaurants, and other quality of life amenities in not only downtown, but like Vice Mayor said, in the adjacent neighborhoods. We've got some great things to offer visitors. Each initiative, each project contributes to the overall vibrancy and vision we're working to achieve. Transportation options and connectivity are vital to activating the urban core and our first-string neighborhoods. This new trolley service provides the opportunity for new ridership. So people who have never taken advantage of public transportation, we really feel this affords them the opportunity to do so. And the service is free. Does it really get any better than that? And like Janet said, what's really special about this initiative, I think, is the private stepping up to partner with the public sector to make this happen. We talk a lot at the Greater Wichita Partnership about deliberate strategies for intended outcomes, and this is one of those situations. We had the private sector step up to partner so that together we can grow and move our community forward. That can certainly be stated about this initiative. I think it speaks volumes that each one of these investors, recognize the value and impact that this additional queue line service will have not only on their employees but their customers, and that they're willing to invest in it. So in closing, again, I'd like to thank Wichita Transit, particularly Steve Spade and his team, for all the work they've done, the City of Wichita for their continued leadership, and also the private sector partners that Vice Mayor mentioned for their vision and investment. Thank you.
First, I want to echo the thank yous that both the Vice Mayor and Jason shared. Thanks to WDDC for really helping us begin to plan the service that started 3 years ago and has culminated with this, and the support of the private sector in contributing a portion of the operating funds. But additionally, I want to thank the council, because they're out on a limb. A lot of this is funded with city budget, and we need the support of council, and have enjoyed a great support in that area too. So I want to make sure that we thank them. As Jason said, strong downtowns are important, and when you look at a transit systems are built from the inside out. We believe in a strong core, and we need a strong transit system in the downtown area to support that. But the downtown is connected to the neighborhoods, and one of the significant changes in the way the queue line is designed is that the current queue line operates in sort of in a circuitous fashion, taking people throughout downtown. The new queue line, as you'll see, begins to link downtown with the neighborhoods, and we're already excited about the partnerships that we've got. It's grown beyond WDDC, but the Delano District and the Douglas Design District are really active, supportive partners in trying to build this service, and we're hoping that what will happen is that synergy of providing access to the neighborhoods will not only provide benefit to the neighborhoods in downtown, but help us attract new transit riders. What I want to do today is just take a minute to talk about a few of the details of the changes in the service. As I said, the service we operate today is circuitous in nature and runs only in downtown. The new service really is comprised of 4 different routes. There are 2 routes that will operate lunch hour service Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1:30. Those routes on a map here are the Government Center route and the Delano route. One route operating out of the Government Center will serve City Hall, the county complex, and operate down to Old Town. A second route will operate between Old Town and Delano for folks that want to travel back and forth. This service will be free, operating about every 10 minutes so that people can have a convenient, quick way to hop on a trolley and get to lunch. We're also operating 2 separate routes in the evenings. The hours are a bit different. Now, on evenings and weekends, we'll be running from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m., Monday through Thursday. On the weekends, Friday nights, we'll be working from 5 p.m. until about 1 a.m. And Saturdays, actually during the summer hours, we'll be operating from 8 a.m. until 1 a.m. So it's extensive, a big increase in the service hours that we're operating. And buses will operate very frequently. We'll be running about every 10 minutes. So it'll be easy for people to walk down to the curb, look for a queue line sign, and know that there'll be a bus by in less than 10 minutes. The queue line sign, by the way, will be at our bus stop locations, which will make it easy for people to know if you're standing under a queue, you can ride the queue. And the signs then are color-coded so that people will know what routes, whether it's the orange route, blue, yellow, or red, that actually serve that location. So we hope to make riding very simple. The evening routes, there'll be 2 routes. One is a route that'll serve the hotels that are on Market and Main, bringing visitors up to the Old Town area. And then the second route, which is the orange route that you see, is really the heart and soul of the queue line. It's a route that'll operate from Lawrence Dumont and the Delano district straight across Douglas, serving the business district, Old Town, the Douglas Design District, and then on weekends it'll go on to College Hill. Buses on that route, again, will operate every 10 minutes. And again, we have the bus stops that'll be marked. We'll also have an app. You can go to My Stop and download an app which will make it possible for somebody riding the queue to simply take a look at their phone, and you'll actually see in real time on the route where your bus is, so you'll know just how long you'll have to wait before it gets there. Again, we're really excited about this. We thank everybody that's been supportive of this. We've also worked on a new brand. I hope you'll notice that it's a little more colorful. One of the things we hear from people is that we need to make bus riding a little more fun and a little more interesting. One of the things we really liked about this branding is that it shares with you the idea that riding the bus is fun, it's interesting, and there's always some new adventure around the corner. And we hope as you look at the graphics that we've designed, you'll see that a lot of the icons in there tie into things that are going in downtown and our surrounding neighborhoods. So again, thank you to everybody for the support. We look forward to kicking this off Saturday morning at 8 o'clock.
Thank you, Steve. This is really an exciting time in our downtown, and I invite all of you to give the queue line a try. After this press briefing, any of you that would like to can hop on the trolley, and it's going to take you on the Delano Old Town lunch route back and forth, so you can get a first-hand experience of what that's like. And then Saturday, if you want to tell readers and listeners what there is to do, it would be a great time to come down to the Farm and Art Market in Old Town, and they'll be able to hop on the trolley after they've partaken of the market there. They can hop on the trolley in front of the Museum of World Treasures. And several things going on. At 10 o'clock, the Workrooms May Artisan Market is happening, and there'll be food and interesting things to see there. And then toward noon, you can go to Central Standard Beverage, where they're having, I'm not kidding you, the Sunflower Boogie Down, which you don't want to miss. So you want to check that out. We'll have bands, local food, vendors, and more. So there's lots going on. Now we have a new method of getting back and forth across this great postcard street, as Jason called it, here in Wichita with our new free trolley service. We invite you all to enjoy it. Thank you so much.